This is Oregon rain. It is appropriate, now that November is upon us, that Oregon rain should begin in earnest, and now it has. Up until just a few days ago, we had been having a glorious fall of sunny days and clear skies. Most of the leaves were still on the trees, while having turned to fall colors. Now the wind and the rain largely brought the leaves down, and in the space of 2 days of heavy rain, the trees have been stripped to their winter state, with bare limbs and branches traced out against the dark gray sky. Some people have lived their entire lives in Oregon and have never fully become accustomed to the steady, dark drizzle of late fall, winter, and of early spring. Others, like myself, however, enjoy the rain and even look forward to it, unaccustomed to life without the rain. It is true that the sun-drenched days of summer are beautiful without compare, but Oregonians can feel in their bones that the life-giving rain that gives our world the form that it has and the color that it has cannot be too long absent. The rivers and the streams and the lakes and the ponds all need to be filled with water, and while for a time we can survive on the snowmelt that comes down from the Cascade, ultimately the rain must come in to quench the thirsty land, and snow in the mountains come to melt away and when it is raining, as it is now, when Oregon does seem like Oregon, it is not unusual that we get up in the morning to the rain, we drive to work in the rain, we look out onto the rain all day long, we go out in the evening in the rain, and we go to bed as it continues to rain. On the weekend, we drive to the coast and walk on the beach in the rain. That is what life can be like here. There is a familiar story that some of the native peoples of the far north have languages that include 20 or 30 or more words for snow. Some years ago, I came across an article in a magazine by a fellow who had researched this often repeated story, and he provided a list of more than 30 words from an Eskimo Aleut language describing various words for snow. More recently, it has become the accepted practice to refer to this as an urban legend, and to point out that the grammar of such languages is very different. So different, in fact, that we cannot count words in the same way. While this is true, it would be a little ridiculous to maintain that people in the far north do not have more extensive knowledge of snow than the rest of us have, and that this knowledge is not reflected in the language and in the conceptual structures that are integral to the language. I have always thought that in Oregon we ought to have a local dialect of English that includes 20 or 30 more words for rain, and in fact we do after a fashion. This rain vocabulary is not reflected in any dictionaries or in formal grammatical structures, but it is there among the lifelong residents of the Pacific Northwest, though it is so informal, so completely conventional, that its boundaries may be defined by a single family, or indeed by a handful of people who speak to each other regularly. Families and groups of friends have their own shorthand methods of referring to the various kinds of rain that are common in Oregon. For example, it is not unusual for a fine mist to fall all day long on a day when it never really rains, or showers, or drizzles, or pours. When I was in British Columbia many years ago, when I was still a child, I remember a native of the region referring to this, what we call mist, as soft rain. And there is a fine line between this kind of mist and the days when the cloud cover is so low and heavy that the clouds essentially descend to sea level, and one breathes in the 100% in the interior of the cloud. Here the moisture is seemingly suspended in the air, while with the mist one can see and feel infinitesimal droplets falling. The droplets of mist can be so fine that they remain suspended on the very ends of the hairs of one's arms, so they don't even wet the skin. Many are the varieties of rain that fall in Oregon. Oregon rain is not one, but many.